It is a beautiful spring day, and we are back with another episode of Eco Boys. We're here with the Backyard Terrarium Challenge. I'm here with Big Nick and Tom. Guys, so we're going to start with this Backyard Terrarium Challenge. And what is it that we are trying to accomplish with this, Thomas?
Trying to get a lot of plants and insects and hopefully toad. We're not exactly sure if we're going to get a toad yet.
Okay, yeah, so we're trying to replicate the natural environment so we have a good cross-section of animals and hopefully represent all of the food chain. So what is the first step in this, Thomas? Tell us the first step in building this terrarium.
Well, first you have to get the rocks for drainage so that the water isn't just sitting under the soil and just sitting on the soil.
Right, that would create a very bad environment. Okay, so after we have the rocks, Nicholas, what's the next step?
Well, what we do, we lay out some fresh, moist soil to put on top of the rocks, and then later, afterward, we might start planting some of these plants.
Okay, so we went and found some native plants that we had growing in our backyard anyway, and we're going to plant them to make sure that the insects and critters that we add to our terrarium are happy and healthy, because that is the most important thing. We certainly wouldn't want to add them and have them die in our environment. We would like to create something that's very sustainable. So doing a little activity like this at home is a great use of our time. It'll allow us to explore these insects and critters that we add. Thomas mentioned we were going to add a toad. So we'll see what this looks like as soon as we are done. We'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so we started to add some soil already. Also some debris, some leaves, and some mulch. And that will give us a good base. So we're just about to add these plants here. We'll show you what they look like. There's some chives and some other things. So we'll be back in a little bit to update you. Okay, here's another little update. We're partially done here. You can see we've added our plants and a rock. We've buried these plants with some good soil, some quality 3-in-1 mix, which should do quite well. And we will let them settle for a little bit. We'll add a little bit of water to them. We did moisten the soil first, so it should have a good amount of water to get us started. And then we added the rock just for aesthetics and make sure that the nesting insects have a place to escape to. So the rest of it is just aesthetic, so we'll be back in a minute to show you the final product before we let it sit for a day and then start adding our critters. Okay, so we finished with this challenge for now, at least episode number 1. Here's the final product. So you can see we added a little bit of grass seed as well to it, if not for grass actually growing, but we thought maybe the insects would like the grass seed. So this is the final product. You can see the forsythia is nicely blooming. That's just mostly for aesthetic. It's not actually planted, but the rest of it is actually planted in the ground. So hopefully all our critters like it, and we will update you again tomorrow. So guys, any last words?
And always consider subscribing and hit the like button.
Thanks guys. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.